Oren Jacob was born February 26, 1971, and grew up in Irvine, California. His early interests included the Apple II computer, video games, soccer, and skiing. Like so many filmmakers of his generation, Oren saw Star Wars and yearned to work on similar films.
It was pretty evident, at least at high school, at uni, that the focus that the parents and the kids themselves had on being engaged in the school educational process itself was just miles ahead of other places around the state. Yeah, it's surprising how many folks nowadays in industry know of the Irvine Unified School District. Oh, you're from Irvine. Oh, well, la-di-da. That has a name cachet that's actually not that different than, oh, you're from Berkeley or from Stanford or from Harvard or whatever it happens to be. At the high school educational level, Irvine carries that sort of banner with it, which is a source of pride, but also a source of motivation, I would say, that there's a reputation to live up to because of that, which I appreciate. It's not a direct pressure at all, but it's in my head. That if you do something really, really well and people notice that comes from Irvine, that's a nice way to reflect back on what the Irvine Unified School District, gave to me over the course of my years through it as well, too.
In 1987, while still a high school student in Irvine, he attended Spike and Mike's Sick and Twisted Animation Festival, where he saw John Lasseter's film, Luxo Jr. At that very moment, he decided he was going to apply to schools near Pixar and Industrial Light and Magic. In 1990, while a College of Engineering freshman at Berkeley, Oren saw the Pixar animated film Tin Toy. Shortly thereafter, a friend noticed and showed Oren an advertisement on his campus for a computer graphics internship at Pixar. Wasting no time, he applied, and to his excitement, got one of the 4 coveted spots. In 1993, Oren graduated from UC Berkeley with a degree in mechanical engineering, followed by his master's degree in the same discipline. Most students find their career after college, but with a spot at Pixar, Oren had already found his home. He rapidly rose through the ranks to become a technical director on several of the commercials Pixar produced in the early 1990s. His feature film work while at Pixar included Toy Story, A Bug's Life, Toy Story 2, Finding Nemo, and The Incredibles. While working on these films, he served as the director of the Studio Tools Group at Pixar. Jacob also became one of Pixar's 3 chief technical officers and helped found Pixar University, the studio's internal training and education division. Oren also served as executive producer for the non-Pixar-related documentaries Runner's High and Ready, Set, Bag, which were produced and directed by his wife, Justine. Having a wildly successful career in motion pictures, Oren's attention began to shift to other areas of interest. His entrepreneurial spirit had pushed him to venture forward into uncharted waters. After being at Pixar for over 20 years, Sand Hill venture capital firm August Capital announced that the chief technology officer of Pixar Entertainment was joining the firm as their newest entrepreneur in residence.
As a venture capital firm, our job is to invest in the most promising new technologies and new companies as they are formed. Keeping a focus on what we're doing here tonight, which is raising funds for the school districts. It's something that I do actively with my children now as well too, because I grew up in Irvine and saw the value that brought to me. I hope that carries on. It's really difficult to do in the state of California today, which is why I'm eager to participate in the effort tonight. Keeping a focus on education, both from a funding advocacy, from an involvement advocacy of the parents, and in the end, the quality of teaching I came across growing up here was, well, I didn't go to elementary school elsewhere, so I can't really compare. I can simply say that it was just awesome. And keeping that excellence in the teaching staff and the aides as well too, and the parents who are involved is just the best one can do to keep making kids grow up in a way that help kids grow up, in a way that they can contribute back to society, in a way that Irvine helped me do it.
Please welcome your 2011 Honoree for Excellence in Arts, Oren Jacob.